Yeah, not good for morale. Hello guys. How are we doing? I bring to you an absolute banger of a gameplay today. I'm using an AR probably to the best I could possibly use it in this game. I dropped 39 kills and only died 16 times whilst getting a minute and a half on a hill. So it's an absolutely fry of a gameplay. I'm currently in Crimson 3, urging very closely towards Iridescent. I think I'll get about 50 SR for this game, which you'll find out at the end if you stick along to the end. So yeah, the reason I think I do so well on this map generally is because it's my favorite map. It's the only map that I feel like it plays like a traditional hardpoint map. A lot of the hills are dominated by subs, and the ARs play the cuts outside of it. So in this video, we're going to be covering, well, first things first, what is your favorite map? And I'm going to be going through my favorite map in each game mode, and let's see how it compares with you guys in the comments. So let me know, and yeah, I'll give it a read and see what you guys think. But other than that, we're going to be covering how exactly I managed to drop nearly a 40 bomb whilst only dying 16 times and getting a minute and a half on the hill. It's not bad. It's not a bad stat line, if I say so myself. Nearly a 3 KD with nearly dropping a 40 bomb. I unfortunately don't get the 40 bomb. But yeah, we're going to be going through how I'm reading spawns, how I'm holding cuts, and how I'm playing pretty much the solid AR gameplay here on, well, with a little bit of sub. I mean, I get the odd sub kill on Embassy Hardpoint. So first things first, obviously, as I've already mentioned, Hardpoint, my favorite map is Embassy. And as I said briefly, it's because traditional Call of Duty Hardpoint maps have a lot of the hills in like smaller rooms, which means that it's very sub-dominant. And there's a couple in this, well, most of these hills are sub-dominant with ARs playing around it, cutting off the area of the map and things like that. So that's why I like it. It plays a little bit more traditionally. My favorite S&D map is a little bit bizarre. It's definitely not Embassy because you can hold the whole cross with an AR or a sniper or any gun really. You see it all the way across the map. I think my favorite S&D, I believe, is Hotel. I think it plays the best. You've got the chance to take B if needs be, and it's not always A. It's not always an A here. It's very varied, and yeah, for that reason I love it. Control-wise, this is going to be a bit controversial. I love Expo Control. For me, again, it plays like how COD Control should be. It's very traditional. The spawns are semi-readable, and I think there's one control point being A, which is a lot harder to get than with the other. On the other flip side of that, and I think offense has the advantage on Expo, which I think is crucial in order to be a competitive control map, because at the end of the day, you are rewarded for getting more kills than the enemy team or more ticks than the enemy team by getting defense rounds. So I think having that defense advantage is crucial. I mean, not to the extent that Fortress was, but I don't feel like the other maps offer that advantage quite so well. So yeah, let me know what your favorite maps are in each game mode, and we'll see how we compare. So back to the gameplay here. I'm just going to be going through exactly what's going through my mind as I'm playing this, why I'm holding what cuts, where I think they're spawning, and if you guys haven't seen my Embassy spawn guide, Hardpoint spawn guide, make sure you guys check that out, because it will give you all the insider knowledge that I'm going to be going through here. A little bit more explained though, so if you're here for spawn knowledge, it's probably best you check that out, but it's nice to see it in this gameplay in practice. So yeah, let's crack on. So currently holding P4. I don't usually like to have an AR in here, simply because it's a room, and the Vaznov just simply kills quicker. But I've taken the opportunity here to... The teammates are not blocking the back spawn, so there's a big spawn at the back of the hill, towards the P2 side of the things, and none of my teammates are blocking there. Now, my other teammate in the green has just spawned out. He's just spawned under bridge, which means I can know the enemy team are pretty much spawning P2, so they're going to be coming gas, they're going to be coming laundry, communicate that to the team, and then I pick up the cross. Now, the reason I don't run to the hill here is because teammate has just got 3 kills, which means that if we're on the hill, and as a result we're blocking gas spawns, which we will be doing, I'm here, so I'm sort of blocking orange spawns. The only place they can really spawn is PD, so I was hoping to get the cut, but I think one guy sort of takes on a route and flanks me there, but I do learn from that in the next set of rotations, which you will see. Again, 4 kills to lift up. I'm doing the same sort of thing because I know teammates are in hill, they're going to be blocking gas spawns. I'm here, so I'm blocking orange spawns, so they've really got us. The only place they can really spawn is PD, so it's really essential you do hold these cuts and you don't run to hill, because this is just as important as being sat in the hill. Realistically, if your ARs play right, the teammates you have in hill. I heard this guy, by the way. That's why I knew he was there. this is more important than being in the actual. This is just as important as being in the actual hill because it enables your teammates to have a really free time in the hill. They don't have to chow. What you will also notice there is that I throw a trophy down. Now, a lot of people say, well, you throw your trophies in the hill. And I say, yeah, that's fair enough. But my life, as I've just said, is almost just as valuable as the person on times because at the end of the day, I'm stopping most of the enemy team getting from the hill. If I'm not killing them, I'm at least getting them weak. I'm providing them information. And as a result, I need to play my life. So it's up to the other AR to pop the trophy in the hill because they're not holding a cut. Or maybe for a sub to put on a trophy. Because if you guys follow the CDL, Simp for Atlanta FaZe, he runs a trophy a lot on this map. And that's because it's a very sub-dominant hill map. So it just makes sense. So I'm trying to play my life really well here. Managed to get the cruise. P1 is up. And yeah, we're trying to... That's 4 down. That's 4 down. I'm sort of looking at the minimap here, which is what is very important when you get any kills. You sort of got to read where the enemy team are going to be spawning. So no one was blocking gas at that point. That guy spawned in, which means he ran up to bridge. But the rest of the guys would have spawned tree door. So they're either running through PD or running through orange. So this is why I'm watching orange here. And as you can see, he picks up teammates and picks up kills behind me. I knew where they were coming from. I think the team just got a little bit overwhelmed, overchowed maybe. And unfortunately, we do lose the rotation for the second set of P2. But it's not the end of the world. We do get sort of back in this. I say we get back in this. We give up a lot of time here. There are a lot of mistakes we make here, so it's a good learning. It's a good learning area. So I call in the streak. Hopefully, pick up the guy off the back pickup because if he's got a trophy there, which he does, and an AR, it's going to be a nightmare to get him off. So I'm playing that, and unfortunately, we do get flanked. Teammate doesn't get the trade, and the conductor actually gets a 3-piece. Actually, make that a 4-piece. So he absolutely fries. I managed to get the trade for the rest of the team. But yeah, he's done a huge amount of work there. And with 20 seconds left, I'm not keen to push the hill. I'm happy for them to keep P2 spawns or PD spawns, and we're going to push P3 here. So I'm hoping the teammate does a little bit of something here. Unfortunately, does get picked off, I presume, from PD. And I'm just trying to play my life here, trying to get this kill. Unfortunately, he's on a dirty heady, and I'm not. So, and then my shots weren't the best. So I unfortunately lose that gunfight, meaning that we do spawn it in PD. Now, this isn't the best spawn, and the reason for that is because you've just got to run across his open tennis court to get to them. However, what I have noticed is that my teammate has spawned bridge. And in order for them to spawn bridge, it means the enemy team can't be there. They can't be anywhere near the bridge. They can't be anywhere near gas or milk, whatever you guys want to call it, which means they must have spawned PD behind me, which is why I turned around, got the first kill, and eventually got the second kill. Now, what you will also notice there, the guy on my teammate, the teammate who spawned gas, instead of holding the gas spawns in order to block the gas spawns, they ran across the bridge. Now, what that does, the kills we just got whilst he was pushing across the bridge enabled the enemy team to spawn gas, which then meant they got picked from bridge, and then that's how they managed to break it. So it's very important that if you do have someone in that bridge side, that they are far enough along the bridge to block the gas spawn, and then as a result, the enemy team will be forced to spawn in PD into our line of sight. And if that was the case in that hill, we'd have probably won the most of that hill because I was sat on a dirty heady on sign. So yeah, we lose. They almost bring it back to even, and we are back to P4. So again, I find myself on the hill. I've got a teammate on the tree door, which means they can't be spawning orange. Chances are they're spawning back gas or milk. So they're going to be hitting heavily through halls or through P2. So I'm sort of taking this back PD sort of area here. From this position, as you can see, there's a little bit of a cheeky line of sight to in between the column and the building, which means you can see the flank down the side. Unfortunately, the teammate falls in halls, and there's just not enough backup to, to come out victorious there. Yeah, I'm glad there's a pinging function, but teammate unfortunately lost the gunfight there. He was very weak, so I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, I'm trying to get as many kills as I can here. I'm very conscious there's 20 seconds, so I'm not too fussed. I don't want to hit the back out. That's the biggest thing here. If I hit the back of PD out, it means the enemy team will not be able to spawn there, and the chances are they're going to be spawning closer to new. So I'm a little bit anxious about pushing that, which is why I just pushed front. And my teammates had full control of new, so I was sort of happy to challenge knowing that I'd spawn at new. So again, you're going to see a sort of a similar setup here, where we're blocking gas. They're going to all be spawning in PD if I was there. So I was trying to hold the cut, and unfortunately that's not the case. So again, you're going to notice a spawn sign, which means no one's here, so I'm happy to run here. And we're going to set up in this sort of position again. So I'm very aware that we're blocking gas spawns because the teammates are in the hill, and my teammates just spawned gas, but that's 4 down. 4 down. Give it a couple of seconds and then look at the minimap. Where are the teammates? It tells me that they're blocking gas spawns. We're blocking those P2 spawns, so they've got to be spawning in PD. So I set up in a nice little cut position here to hold PD and manage to get a couple kills as well as a little bit of info. So I've spawned PD. Now, what does this tell me? They're going to be holding the same place I was holding. So I did read it. They were just on a little bit of a different heady. And I unfortunately used a gunfight. It was a bit of a silly chow for me. I probably should have ran through P2 and used the Xbox heady. So bear that in mind. If you do spawn in PD, it's way more beneficial to rotate back through PD, through P2, past Xbox to get to the hill rather than challenge straight out, because you will get someone. If I'm sat there, you're going to get picked off. Or if an enemy team who's got a decent shot on them is there, they're going to get picked off. So there's 13 seconds left of the hill here. There's 47 seconds left of this actual hill. Sorry, 13 seconds left till we win here. So I'm more conscious of making sure that the hill is available for the team to hop on, whilst not letting them on it. However, we'll get picked off. We all get picked off. That's pretty much 4 down. Teammate does manage to call in a streak, which clears them off of it slightly, but we're all falling down. This is not a good position to be in. We need 12 seconds left, and I wouldn't normally press for P2 here, for P1 here. However, I'm very aware that all we need is a few seconds on it, and we're very close to winning. So we've got terrible spawns here. So what this tells me is that there's probably an enemy team member, like at gas, probably a team member, and they're all around like P2 triple van sort of side. But we managed to get 4 down. And what do I say? We get 4 down, any kills, look at the minimap, where are the teammates? We're blocking gas, we're blocking P2 spawns. The enemy team are all going to be spawning in PD or back PD. So that's where the teammate needs to be aware. I'm playing my life as much as I possibly can here. I am conscious I'm not blocking the gas spawns behind me, so I'm very conscious that they might be able to run through kitchen. But again, I'm playing my life here, waiting for the teammates to provide a little bit of support. Realistically, if I push there and die, I'm way more useless than I should be. Yeah, the enemy team is still spawning tree door, which is why I'm challenging this. And yeah, we're doing a very good job and managed to get the kills for the dub. So I know it's a very hectic gameplay. I was explaining a lot. But yeah, as I say, if you're not sure how the spawns work in this map, I did do a spawn guide on Embassy, so feel free to scroll back through the channel and find it yourself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. As I say, it was a bit of a banger. I try and play my life a little bit. I try and slay a little bit. I try and hold the cuts, whilst also getting a little bit of hill time here and there. Realistically, in the spaces I was getting hill time, I probably would have been more beneficial to have a sub in my hand, so I probably should have changed it out. But other than that, not a bad gameplay. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you stuck around to the end, I appreciate it. And leave a sub if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you for the next one. Ciao.